What's going on, my crew? This is Jay, and welcome to another episode of Jay's Adventures. And in today's episode, we're back in this town, and I wanted to show you guys a few things. But before we get started, I just wanted to show you. You guys see the little baby, but also I believe these guys over here. This is like their secret area to love each other. Yeah. So they've been being productive. And basically this little farm they've got here, that's really fueling them pretty well. But we could always speed up the process a little bit if we wanted to by adding some more farms and such into the area. You guys also noticed that I went ahead and removed all the buildings except for this building. And I'm going to end up taking down this building. Actually, I know I said that I wasn't, because I like the style, but I think I need to remove it simply based on the fact that it's not going to end up fitting with the rest of the town design that I want to make for it. So I haven't really gotten much feedback from you guys on how you feel about this town. From what everything that I've sort of looked at on this town, I haven't come back, because what I usually do when I build something is I come back and I say, do I really like this like I did when I built it? And the answer typically actually is that I end up liking it more than I did when I built it. So there's that. So let's get to showing you guys what I did off camera. I built this little hotel place, which actually going to be where our new bed is at. You can see they've got high-class sort of wood flooring for it. And upstairs, we've got some of these weird sort of staircases that I was talking about, where B00 said that he likes these better. And I have to agree, it looks a lot more quaint, and it allows you to pack things in. And we have this upstairs. Obviously, it needs a little decoration, but don't worry, we'll get to that. So that's going to be sort of a business. One of the things I really like about this one that I built is I built it so that we have this little like corner piece right here that's sort of supporting this one block that allows windows to be made. So it kind of looks like they added a staircase room into the actual build. So anyways, wanted to sort of show you guys this build, because this is something that I want to build for different shops. This one in particular doesn't necessarily have to be anything. I was thinking honestly that it would be more of a hotel situation than anything at the moment. But I would like to talk about how we're going to move in the future with this town. So we need to continue to build houses for each and every one of these guys. That's something that I do know that I want to do. But today I wanted to sort of survey the land after we get some beef to eat. And I want to see what are they going to be known for. So one thing I can say for sure, there's our steak. I've been wondering where that was. One thing that I know for sure is that they're not going to be known for any sort of animal imports or exports. They may be making like some cows, some pigs, and some chickens and stuff like that. But they're not going to be specifically looking to have one or the other. So I was thinking more that we could build out this forest a little bit and this forest right here, sort of combine them in with each other, and this could be a lumber town. So just one second, guys. Okay, guys, back. The other thing that I was thinking about with this town is I wouldn't mind some of these little ores here. Depending on how much is here, I wouldn't mind having a quarry specific. And I said that they didn't have a quarry, but I was kind of surveying the land a little bit, and there are some areas where we could build one, this being one of them. But yeah, we could totally put this as a quarry And what we would do is we would get a lot of this and sort of build the quarry and then replace it with these specific blocks. And what I want to do is I want to find the one that we can find that's most common in the area and have that one be the one that they export or use the most of. So they'll have lumber and they'll have a little bit of stone, and we'll probably use a lot of whatever the stone is for some of the more pretty builds. So the other thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to do a little bit of terraforming into this area because we do have some farms, but I was noticing if we come up a little bit higher here, I haven't seen an actual source of water anywhere. Do we have feather falling? No. So I want to kind of survey the land a little bit here and see if we can't find a source of water somewhere. We do have mountains, and if we can't find a source of water, not like this, I'm saying like a river. If we can't find a source of water, then I would like to sort of terraform a source of water somewhere. So I see lots of little tiny lakes here, but as far as actually oh, here's a river. Okay. So this right here is the river. How far away is it from the town? Not too far. So I want to expand the town then, and have a road going up the hill and right to here. And then what I want to do is I want to sort of have the actual town center around here. So the way we do that to move the villagers over this far, and actually the town center will probably end up being, let's see here, trying to look and see if I can find a sort of flat spot. If we make the town center, yeah, right around here, we clear some of these trees, bump up the land a little bit. The town center can go right here, right next to this river. And that way we could use the river for some fishing and things like that. Is that lava? Right here? Let's go see. We also got lots of pigs, so there is a potential for a pig farm. So we'll have to see how everything pans out, but I do want to spend some time building a lot of, yep, that's lava, all right. I do want to spend some time building quite a bit of houses, and one of the things I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to cut down a bunch of trees, and we're going to mix and mash these two areas here and really build it. I would still like, and maybe I'll prefer this, let's go to sleep and check on the mountain, because I want to see if the mountain, even though we'd have to terraform, and that would be a pain, the mountain might be an easier way to get water to this area. And of course, I haven't done any of the things that I said I was going to do with the disasters, just because honestly I want to get these villagers up and running, and I wanted to sort of start building them. Oopsies, wrong one. I wanted to start building things before I got involved in that. So let's see what we got for time here. Been timing my videos, trying to get around 17 minutes, so we're good to go around the 9-minute mark. Okay, so up here, this would be the most natural course of action, but the question is, how easy is it to do that? And what we could do is follow along some of these lakes, because if we go ahead, yeah, check this out. There's already a bunch of lakes, and we've got this right here. I don't have a bucket on me. That's a shame. But if we come up here and we say the snow up here melts off and creates a waterfall down, say right here, creates water through here. We can branch off one section of the river because it looks like there's a lot of water this way, and I'm not going to complete that right off, maybe later. And then we could do another river that goes this way. Sort of chart out the river here for a second. This river will go through here. The problem that we have is if I don't do it right, it's going to end up making a very weird looking river, and that's my concern, because if we have this river coming down, it has to go up, and water doesn't go up, so we'd have to build it in these lowlands, and that would mean that we would tunnel underneath the ground, which also isn't logical. So we would have to dig pretty deep down to get this river to flow. But it might potentially be worth it, because we have this lowland right here, and this may end up leveling out. If we go along the rivers here, say we got the river to here, maybe it curves around. Okay. And then we can carry it right through here. And then it's pretty much a straight shot over that way. That's sort of our option. And I don't know how I feel about it. Hey, guy! I'm gonna eat my beef in front of you. Those are our options. I don't know how I feel about them. I'm going to let you guys decide because I don't want to get involved in that project until I hear your feedback. Okay, so that's kind of how I wanted to pretty much do this episode. I hope it wasn't boring. I hope it was at least a little bit interesting. But some of the things we're going to look at in the future, like I said, I'd like to dot a couple more houses around here. I don't want to cap off just yet with where the road ends up here. I also want to look at getting, figuring out what these villagers do as far as what if they're militaristic or anything like that. Personally, I think that they're not. I think they're more of a democracy and more of a cultured sort of people. But they have I don't know if that keep over there is going to be their keep or a different person's keep. So we've got a lot of stuff to fill in. And I wouldn't mind trying to get a shopping center somewhere around here where we can put up a few more of these areas. Maybe this road right here can go straight and turn into an actual street rather than this dirty style road, and that actual street can go straight for a little bit. We could put a few more of these little shops around and kind of do like armor smith and whatever. But what I'd like to do with some of those armor smith stuff is I'd like to actually have some of the things on the outside but keep this sort of look. So we're going to have to figure out how we're going to do that with all this wood. So it's going to end up being a more difficult task than we may have intended. But it's going to be good. So I just wanted to sort of do this episode in the middle and kind of touch base with you guys, show you guys where we're going, and I'm going to get to cutting down some trees and dotting the land with a little more sapling. It'll also allow us to get some good amounts of lumber, and we'll find a good location for the lumberjack and the lumber industry, but that's going to be quite a project. Maybe the next project will do, but let me know what you guys think. Do we want a river going from the mountain through and around to that river, or do we want a just to move the village expand the village to that river over there? Which do you like better? Personally, I prefer the terrain changes, and we don't necessarily have to have the river, go all the way that way, but that's sort of one thing that I would like to do. So it's up to you guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I know that some of these episodes, sometimes I feel like people don't want to see them because we literally didn't do anything other than talked. But I think it's good, and I think it's productive. So hopefully you guys feel the same way. So I'm going to get to doing that. Cutting down this guy, cutting down this guy. And when we come back, we'll get some actual building. So thanks for watching, and until next time, happy mining and crafting.